Gaffer here, and on today's Gold Diggers vlog, we're back on our familiar territory because we're at Millbrook versus Verwood Town.
As you can see, very packed in here in a bit. Lots of people in so far this afternoon. Lovely little pub, lots of beers on tap. Got myself a cruise campo, it's about £4.30 for the pint. Only about 10 minutes walk from Millbrook FC's ground, so if you come here first, get a pint, make your way up to the game afterwards. Lots of Saints memorabilia on the wall, unsurprisingly. Yeah, no, I agree with the camera. I mean, you have to put up with that, but if you're a Saints fan, I'd imagine you quite enjoy that sort of thing.
Good music though. Very
good music, a bit of Stone Roses on in a minute. Absolutely ram-packed in here as well. I imagine a lot of the locals coming down here, do a bit of food as well, so if you want some grub, it's a good place to go beforehand. Cheers.
Jamie White, Millbrook FC, top scorer this year, 31 goals. Did you set a target at the start of the season?
Probably originally it was probably about 30. Being brutally honest, I think it should be more, but take each game as it comes.
And Millbrook have had a really good season so far this year, under new manager Dave Herbert at the start of the season. What sort of things did he say to get you to sign for the club? Because you signed this year as well, didn't you?
Yeah, well, previously I've played under Dave before at Folland, so yeah, I know what it was about. I knew a couple of the lads previously over the years, and I'll be honest with you, it's a challenge I want to come and be a part of.
Millbrook obviously third in the league in those playoff places. Was that the aim at the start of the season, to be in amongst that promotion push?
To be honest with you, I think we all thought at the start of the season we could actually win the league, and obviously we still think we can. We're a little bit off it, but I'm sure obviously a couple of games remaining, we might get lucky, not playoffs, and hopefully the same outcome.
And do you think like part of the success this year has been the togetherness and the team spirit of the club?
We're together as a team. We're on the pitch. We're taking one hit for one another. You know what I mean? So, and obviously, at the back, we're doing all right. We're keeping clean sheets now and again, but mainly we're scoring plenty of goals, which is making us win.
You got what? 131 goals as a club this season?
Yeah, like I say, it's a good stat, but it could quite easily be more.
Oh, here we are, Matthew. We're on familiar territory today.
Yep.
We're two teams that we've watched quite a few times this season, haven't we, in Millbrook and Verwood?
Yep.
But more importantly, today is a massive day because it's Everton versus Burnley, and if Everton don't win today, there'll be a very grumpy Craig on camera come the closing link. But Palace against Stonks, so might be two grumpy bears later, but Matt's used to it.
Yeah.
But going on to today's action, Millbrook pushing for the second place, you would say realistically, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
As Hammerby Wreck are cruising towards top spot, still undefeated after 30 games, aren't they?
Yeah.
We saw them last week, and they showed their character, didn't they, coming back from 2-0 down against Folland Sports.
Yes.
Yeah. See, I didn't say the S on the end this time. So it's pretty much a race between Downton and Millbrook for second, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it's very much an important game for Millbrook today to keep up the momentum and try and consolidate that second spot. But I think Downton have got a game in hand, haven't they?
Yes, they've got one game.
Yes, so this is one Millbrook need to win. Verwood, They haven't got a great deal to play for at this stage of the season now. They're pretty much safe and too far away from the playoffs. So it's a good opportunity for them to, you know, play without any pressure and maybe blood in a few newer players today, isn't it?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, we're going to start the home team, Millbrook, second in the league's highest goal scorers for 131 goals this season. Their home record absolutely outstanding this year. 14 at home, 12 wins, 1 draw and 2 defeats. So very difficult.
Got to be averaging around 4 or 5 goals a game, haven't they?
Yeah.
At least.
Oh god, yeah. Their last 4 games was a 4-2 win over Downton at their place, 5-0 against Newport Isle of Wight, 4-1 away to Whitchurch and beating Tottenham 8-0 last week. So those goals keeping going, flowing in those games.
Yeah.
The goal scorers this year: Mark Barber 17 and 25, Callum Drake 15 and 34, Christopher Wicks has 10 and 13, and Jamie White, who we just interviewed, the ex-Saints man, has 31 and 34 games. So that's their main threats. But there's goals all over the team, really, I think.
Yeah, a solid outfit, aren't they, all round?
Yeah, very defensively good as well. Ollie Plunkett in goals, very good goalkeeper as well. So Dave Herbert's really built a good team, I think, in Millbrook this year. Robbie Stapleton's another one to watch out for on the wings. He's very good. He got their goal of the month. They ran on Twitter. Very good solo Messi-esque goal against Downton.
Yes.
Yeah, worth a watch if you get a chance to see that. And young Oscar McCulloch, he's got 2 goals in 2 games. Only made his debut a couple of games ago, and he's come off the bench to score against Whitchurch. It's his first start against Tottenham, he scored as well. So there's young players coming through, you know, to supplement the squads that have been Dave brought in at the start of the season. Verwood Town, our good friends, are 14th. Their away records: they've won 4, drawn 2, lost 8. The last 4 games they lost 4-2 to Hamworth Wreck, beat Gordon's local team Romsey 2-1. Lost surprisingly 4-1 to Ash, but before beating Folland 1-0. So they're a bit of a mixed bag on what you get on what day, I think, sometimes. They're 2 best players, I feel. There's quite a few best players, there's more than 2. Callum McHale's dangerous out wide, 8 goals in 20 games. He's sort of taken over that mantle from Louis McWilliams since he went on to Hamworth Wreck. And Harrison White, the up front, I think is very impressive. Very good at holding the ball up, playing the wingers in, 6 goals in 28. It's young Harry Buggy, I know they're very proud about him. He's started in their under-7s team and he worked his way up to first team and he scored his first goal for the club the other week.
That's really nice. So you can almost say he's getting a nice push in the team now, can't you?
You can indeed.
There you go. Leave it on that note.
Go on, Steve.
Yes. Oh!
So your half-time thing. Miss of the season.
Into me.
You need to get on to Nigel about getting That's it, so job.
That's a good ball.
Oh.
Yeah, 7.
I had my big speech prepared for half-time, saying how Millbrook have dominated the game, had several good chances and not scored, but then they go and take the lead just before half-time, don't they?
They did indeed, and that lead was from a corner kick. Good cross into the box, and there was Ryan Fuller, the excellent town man, to head home and put them 1-0 up. And I think, on reflection of that performance, I don't know if you agree with me or not, but I think Millbrook deserved the lead. I think Verwood played well in patches. They've had a couple of chances as well, but Reece Mitchell's been the busiest of the 2 goalkeepers today for Verwood.
Pulled off a few good saves, haven't they?
Yeah.
And yeah, you think Millbrook do look dangerous most of the time going forward, don't they?
They
like
do.
They can
They
score,
do
just
indeed.
not quite found their shooting boots yet, have they?
Particularly impressed with Oscar McCulloch, number 7 for them. He's been good, full of running today, young lad. You can see why he's suddenly burst into the first team. And the left back, Bobby Gorman, I think, has done quite well as well. He's got forward. He had a couple of chances. He actually had the one that was saved by Mitchell for the corner. But I think the biggest chance of the first half fell to Callum Drake.
Yes, didn't cover himself in glory, but we've heard the rumours there may have been a divot involved.
So yeah, I think we'll leave it at that.
But we don't know. It might just be an excuse, but we'll have to look back on that one.
Fred Morton. All the stats left. Oh, good effort. Oh.
Yeah, he nudged it. Yeah, you got to play advantage there, crowd.
Yeah,
calm down.
Go, boys.
Go on, man.
First. I thought we were going to miss that then. Chance. Ooh. Yay!
Let's toe in.
Right, Dave, 3-0 winners today, happy with the result?
No, not really. We were absolutely appalling first half. Should have been outside at least 7-8-0. So it didn't help that the ladies team played on a Thursday night in torrential rain when our game was called off on Tuesday for less. So absolutely appalled by that, and obviously that had a big effect as you guys were down this end first half. You see the bobbles calibrating us from 6 yard, which is one of the most clinical players in the league. That wouldn't have happened if the Burks had stopped him from playing the other day. So but with that, a win's a win. So it's one of them. Just keep turning the points up.
On the plus side, positive performances. Young Oscar McCulloch was very good first half.
Yeah, great little lad. He's come through. I have to show a trust in them and to help them develop. So he's come and he's done absolutely amazingly. Come on at Whitchurch and we give him a full debut and he scored in that game as well. So yeah, that's what we try and breed here. You give him a chance, you show your trust. And the same with Kobe, another young lad, another 16-year-old. So it's vital to just keep trusting him. So.
Like you said, it was a tough game. Verwood very hard to break down, I think, to a certain degree. But the 2 goals come from crosses, the second half across the box. Is that something you guys work on in training?
We work, religiously. Yeah. Every session we do some form of set piece practice or throws in around the final third work. Defensively, we're quite basic, but that's the business end of the pitch, and that's why we score so many goals. A lot of the goals at this level is set pieces, so it's something we do work on a lot. Obviously, final ball wasn't quite there today, and definitely end product wasn't there. So the amount of chances we did create, we should have probably capitalised a little bit more. So, but we did. So
that's brilliant. Cheers. Congratulations, Dave, mate.
Cheers. Thank you, gents. Cheers. Always a pleasure. Thanks, guys.
Full-time score here was Millbrook 3, Verwood 0. Comfortable win for Millbrook in the end. Dominated the second half. Could have scored a lot more today on another day, as their manager said. He wasn't too happy with the performance, but I thought they played well. It was just the finishing, wasn't it? On another day, they would have had several, as they have done in previous home games.
I think a lot of it, also, you could sort of credit Reece Mitchell and the Verwood goal. I think he put in quite a good performance, scored some good saves during the game. First off from Bobby Gorman a couple of times in particular, stand out. But the second goal was Jamie White, good cross, played down the right hand side by Barker and put the ball across, and White was there to put it home for his 32nd goal of the season. And then it was Marlon Mason, the substitute, who completed it again down that side, crossed into the box, and there he was to finish quite clearly from there. Verwood, good performances from Verwood. Matt Pope, I thought was particularly good for them, sort of in the centre of the park. He battled away and he could put his foot in, he got stuck in. But I think when you play teams like Millbrook, it is hard, because Millbrook are very good going forward.
Relentless, aren't they?
Yes, they are. Every time they go forward, you're thinking they're going to create something and score something. So I think 3-0 was a quite fair result in the end.
Yeah, I agree. And another good trip down here, isn't it? Another good Millbrook performance witness. And with Downton drawing today, advantage Millbrook, isn't it?
Indeed.
I was just going to say, as this marks the first anniversary of our first vlog, doesn't it? Back on 6th of April, 8th of April 2023, when we've possibly vlogged probably the finest game we've ever seen, that first one, wasn't it? Andover New Street 5, Andover Town 4. And we were actually going back there this weekend to mark that anniversary, but unfortunately Portchester had to move their cup game to today against Stoner, which is fair enough because of the weather. But how do you feel the last year's gone, Matthew, in a quick summary?
I think it's a massive improvement. We're not standing 20 foot away from the camera anymore, which is good.
No. And we sound like we know what we're talking about as well.
We're good at sort of lying.
Capturing more goals. But
and that's good fun. I enjoy doing it, and everyone we've been to has
been great.
Yeah, it's been great. We've met so many amazing people just at the clubs and that. And Millbrook, I was saying earlier off camera, is one of my favourite clubs to come down to. The guys very friendly.
Yeah, Verwood too, isn't it?
Yeah,
so
Verwood awesome. Yeah, Kitman Steve.
Yeah, character.
Yeah. I think it's a shame that both teams don't get more people coming down to watch them, because I think there's people in those areas. If you're not going to Bull, if you're not going to Saints, why aren't you coming down to watch Millbrook or Verwood?
Exactly. This is what our vlog's for, to give exposure to those teams. So the more people that watch, the more people that might attend. So we look forward to bringing you more content over the next year. Up the Toffees.